You are now tuned in to
Lamark After Dark.
What's up, guys? Lamark After Dark. Motherfucking Dark. Season 4.
See, I knew you
I knew he was going to do it.
So what the fuck is up, y'all?
What
I'm
the
not going
fuck
to
is
skip
up?
out.
New season.
New season. This is episode 1.
Episode 1. New year, new me. No, it's new me.
New me elevated me. I mean, New Year elevated me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say new me. I'm at the age now. No.
Yeah.
All I want to do is improve. I'm not really making deep changes.
Deep changes. Yeah. Okay. I feel you. How you... What if you could describe yourself overall, like one big change from 2024 to 2025, what would it be? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Tired. However, I'm proud
That's
of
the word of the day.
myself.
Yeah.
I've literally achieved some heavy hitter goals that I was working towards for, I don't know, since I got to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So to start a new career path and then also just still have this going and be a part of this, I'm proud of myself for that. I've also started some other new things, but mind your business.
Right.
So yeah, I think I'm in a good space. I'm just fucking tired and I want a vacation, a 6-month vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months?
6 months.
Okay.
No big deal.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, feeling it?
I don't know. 6 months is a long ass time. But
All right, I'll take 1 month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 month is okay.
All
Yeah. So we have a special guest here for our first episode. And so many words to describe this man. But legendary, iconic. Wait, bomb drops.
One of the first voices I heard on New York radio.
Ooh.
He didn't know that.
I did not.
I was saving that.
Wow.
Yes. That's why I was so upset I missed the first interview.
Right.
Because he was one of the first people where I was like, okay, I'm keeping my dreams alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the pandemic, I gave up. But I still enjoyed hearing certain voices and knowing that certain people were still thriving on radio because this industry is very fickle.
Very.
So I'm excited for this one.
Representation matters. Welcome
Wow.
to Lamark After Dark again.
Wow.
Maxwell, welcome.
Wow. No, thank y'all. Damn it. I did not know that.
I was saving that.
Man, that filled my heart. Like for real. Like that shit right there is a different type of energy. So, man, yeah, I'm here, dude. I'm a bit nervous, not even gonna lie.
Please don't
You should
be.
not be nervous. This is going to be great.
I know.
This is full circle for me.
It is.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So,
Thank you for letting me be
Before
part
we,
of
because
it.
I think last time we didn't talk about the DM situation.
No, we didn't. Man,
not.
you going
You wanna start
straight.
there?
We're going to start there.
okay.
Because that's kind of like the first, like, so I was in Atlanta and I was depressed. And
What? I had no idea it was that level of
It
like
was-
where your
it
heart
was-
was at the
yeah,
time.
it was I was
Okay.
quitting radio because I went to Atlanta to do, I don't want to say the station because they might hire me.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, but I don't know, fuck them. But regardless, it is what it is. I went down there and I didn't get the job. But they gave me the runaround and I just felt very hopeless. And I was working at another job doing like influencer stuff that I didn't really care for. But I ran into like, you know, I was still a Normani fan and trying to figure it out and watching interviews, and the interview stuck out to me, and it was Maxwell and Normani, and it just felt like the connection that I felt like nobody else had, and also seeing representation of a black man at Z100 doing, you know, pop and being like, you know, it's acceptable because, you know, for some reason growing up you see black people in hip hop, like you don't really see a lot of them in pop, which is very fucked up. But yeah, so I sent Maxwell a DM and it says,
Damn.
I'm gonna put this on the screen, I guess, when I do the video.
Oh my, this is so
isn't
amazing.
it like full circle? This
Yeah,
was like
full
April
circle.
10th, 2022.
My God.
I'm Lamark. You don't know me, but I see myself in you in a strange, not creepy way.
Oh, that's so.
I'm currently here in ATL, and I wanted to see how to get my start on radio. At the moment, I'm doing a podcast. And I've been trying to find an FM station that will put me on air, but it's been super difficult. I have an air check degree, willing to relocate. I just need the opportunity. Any advice on what to do?
And
Oh, Maxwell,
man.
so sweet.
It is. It's so
Maxwell did
heartfelt.
not respond. He did not.
Oh my God.
Well, how, your DMs be popping?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was, and that forever still will be my, I don't want to say excuse, but that's the reason why I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
No, it wasn't his like general.
Yeah.
I mean his other.
It was in the you know
Yeah,
it
'cause you have the
separates.
other-
Your
yeah,
DM
yeah,
separates.
yeah.
So that's the thing because I didn't leave you on red.
Right. No, you didn't.
I didn't leave you on red. I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, you
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
What's so crazy though is that like the next post is me and him on the show. Like, so I was like full
Yeah.
circle
Yeah.
moment for that because I think the first time I was here was the first studio I went into that was very open arms and very nice because I was trying to like get my way in, see other stations were not nice, but we're gonna leave it there. But Maxwell was the first person to really like be that support that I needed at that time.
But
So-
I'm gonna tell you, it was just not about the DM, but you're coming into the studio was just like, yo, this is someone who also looked like me, and I was like, let me make sure I let this young brother know that what I'm saying, all is not lost because this is, as we said at the beginning part of this conversation, it's a very fickle industry. And I knew and I do know what my role is, especially in like the pop side of things when it comes to radio. I think we talked about this on the first episode. I'm very much a unicorn. There are I think I might be one of maybe 3, no more than 5 that I can really think of off the top of my head, brothers that are on pop radio stations.
Yep.
And I know how important that is. And when I saw Lamark pop through, I'm just like, yo, this is family. Let me see, what this, but then I think you told me about the DM straight out the gate.
I had to.
Oh,
Yeah.
You was waiting for him at the door
At
too.
the door.
He
I
was
had
waiting
to,
for me
but I
at
had
the
to.
door.
You know
Lamark
me.
do this thing where he waits for people
I just
at
had.
the door.
I just felt like he's seen it, but so I was just like, oh, so this is, but it worked out.
It worked out. It worked out.
And it's so
Look at
crazy
God.
because then like the Normani situation, because Maxwell was there when I was bullied. Like, we talked about that last season. That was the season finale.
I remember.
So he was there when
man.
Homegirls People was there. And I feel like, Maxwell, do you feel like there was a look? Because people feel like I'm lying.
So yeah, all right. No need to relive the full story because you talked about it already on the season finale of the pod. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There was a look.
There was a look.
There was a look.
I'm just saying.
There was a look.
It was.
But here's the thing. I mean,
They thought I was being funny. They thought I was being
that's what
funny.
I think it was. I think people thought that it was an intentional. There was no way in the world that you would have known that. Can I say that? Camila was gonna be at the studio, and it just so happened to be the album drop day for your girl, and you were just being the proud, member of, the fandom.
nation. Yeah.
You were there for the nation, and and he did his part. Lamark, you did your part to stay away until you hit the
Eli.
corner.
Eli wanted a
Eli.
picture.
It was
Eli wanted a
wanted a
picture
picture.
because Drake
Yeah.
Drake did a song with Camila.
Yep.
So they did that, and then like daggers. Like as soon as that came on my No Mind show, she was just like, oh, "This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're." And then it wasn't so much her; it was her team.
Nah, it was like the
The
people that were
team
around
was
her.
like really
Yeah.
like aggressive.
Ain't nobody worried about you.
Yeah.
It's like nobody was worried
That's
about
what I
the
was
album.
trying to say. Yeah.
Chelsea.
Wait.
See,
Damn.
we're not.
She did have one song I liked with the City Girls. I did like that. That was a bop.
But on a positive note,
Yeah.
Maxwell, because Normani was at the Angie's barbecue.
Yeah.
And shout out to Maxwell because, again, power, great. But shout out to Sam because she was the one that got me backstage. But Maxwell actually got me with Normani because it was really, like, security was not playing.
Yeah, no, they
Nobody.
were.
Understandably so.
Yeah, so she was also very in and out. Like, it wasn't very much. But I appreciate that because that's, like, Normani's my girl. And the fact that you was able to do that connection and us to do that story was really,
Well, I told you. I mean, that's the thing is, I'm only as good as my word. I try to be as stand up as possible, especially when it's people who I love, people who are a part of my family. And I told you that was my only reason to go to the barbecue. Like I had no other intentions on getting in an Uber, making my way all the way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was
far.
cool. I love Angie, and she's the GOAT, and she always shows love whenever I get to see her, and it felt good to be able to represent and to be there for her as well. But my main priority was knowing that Normani was going to be there, knowing that this was going to be the opportunity for me to help make that happen for you. I wasn't trying to sip on Douce the whole damn afternoon.
Yeah, that was.
It was hot as hell.
intense.
It was intense. The food, by the time I got my plates, it was cold. So I was just like, but I'm here for my family.
Yeah, if you weren't here, I wouldn't have met her because she wasn't.
No.
you
wouldn't have. So, and plus, I'm still trying to make up for the fact that I didn't read your DM after 4.5 damn years or whatever. Man.
It's all right. I mean, again, we squashed it. We figured it out. But speaking of squashing,
Okay.
you're on to a new chapter.
On to a new chapter.
From
Yeah.
Z100 to KTU.
Yeah, man. I made that change. Yo, it's been a decade. I was a decade strong at Z100.
How do you feel?
Ooh, a lot of emotions. First emotion was it was a shock. It was something that I didn't know was going to be the change that I was going to have in my career at this particular time. So that part was like, whoa, you know what I mean? But then as I sat with the idea of moving on to this next stage in my radio career, it's a great elevation. It's a great maneuver. It's growth in the way that I'm getting older. Eventually, I'm going to age out of that, top 40 demographic, and that's what we do. It's natural. And also, I think the opportunity to do a show by myself is really intriguing because I haven't done a show by myself for a while now, especially as an afternoon drive host. And
Right.
KTU is another legendary, like not very many people in a radio career, and I don't want to bore anybody with that, have had the chance to go from, like, my career growth has always been up. It's always been up. And to go from like Z100 to another legendary brand in the radio world to KTU, it's like I could have been from Z100 to nowhere or Z100 to another city across America or somewhere. But nah, it's just literally right down the hall.
Yeah.
Yep.
The shit's still popping. The music is still cracking. The people and the energy within the KTU family is, man, it's something I think that I needed now. To make that natural growth and change in my radio career. So it's grateful is another feeling. Very open-minded, opportunistic. Very much looking forward to just doing some things that I've always wanted to do to help myself become a better presenter, DJ, jock, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I mean, like you said, New Year elevated me. You know what I mean?
New
For
Year,
real.
I guess I don't want to say new me now because Chelsea,
Everything
I feel
you
like ashamed. now
No,
that I
he
say
just
new me.
has such a positive vibe. Like
have to.
that was such a big shift, and you just completely took that and flipped it.
Yeah.
Like, no Missy included. Like,
No.
you completely.
Yeah.
And this is why we admire that, and this is why I feel like people who listen into what you do just really connect with what you're
I
saying.
hope so. Well,
because
thank
it's
you.
just so genuine.
Yeah.
So I need to know, because I know you said this in the last episode as well, but for those who didn't see the last episode, how did you get in this field? Like, what
Man.
was it that happened to bring you to where you are?
Okay, so I'll make it super quick. I went to school. I played college football in Central California. Young buck, you know what I mean? I actually played football with the dude who was on a radio station in the city that I was in. And dead ass, I think I said it before, and I stick to the story whenever anybody asks me this, is I felt like if he could do it, I could do it. A buddy that was on the football team with me. I was like, my buddy DK. I was like, this Negro is a goofy ass, whatever. And I'm like, if he's on this radio station, and we were friends. I mean, we was thick as thieves. I'm like, if he could do it, I can do it. So I kind of bugged him a little bit. And I'm like, yo, give me a shot with your program director. I want to do it. Like, oh, whatever, man, whatever, don't trip, da-da-da-da. But eventually he gave me that opportunity to talk to his program director. And his program director was like, yeah, we're actually looking for somebody to be a part of the station again. You know what I mean? Do a little air check, put it together. Let's see what's good. I went to the college radio station, put together a little air check, presented it, and like maybe 3 weeks later, he was like, all right, here we go. It was at a time also where those opportunities were able to happen.
Yes.
It's a lot more difficult now. I mean, because just the way the industry, both of y'all's face at the same damn time. But that, to that point, that's why I want to be a person in this industry who shows up for you when you come into the building.
Yeah.
Same for you. I want to be there, let you know, like, all is not lost. I do understand that those opportunities are far and few between compared to how they were before. So I started college. I started radio there just out of college, finished college, and then I went from that radio station to another morning show that was in the same city. Was there for a bit. I went to they call this conference, morning show boot camp. And I remember I took a CD at the time with some of my best bits, and I was going to bring that CD to my uncle because I was staying at his house in Los Angeles. And he was like, oh, I want to listen. And this is before like streaming was a thing where you could listen on an app and all that. So I was like, let me record some of these. Let me give it to my uncle. And I went down to the conference. And when I was at that conference, I stayed the night at my uncle's house, which is why it's important. I had that CD because I was just going to give it to him and say, oh, here you go, Unc. He's like my big brother. I went to this conference and I met a program director who was there, who was like, man, dude, like I like kind of what you're doing. He programmed a station in New Orleans. He was like, do you have any like audio that I can listen to? And I was like, I got this CD that I'm gonna give to my uncle.
Nice.
And I gave him my CD. And another like 2 or 3 weeks later, he was like, I'm trying to put together a morning show in New Orleans. How would you feel about coming out here and leading this morning show? I listened to your thing, and I was like, bro, can I get my CD back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but like for real, he was like, let's do that. So I moved from California to New Orleans, was in New Orleans for a little bit, from New Orleans to a lot of traveling, a lot of moving around. I've lived a nomadic life from New Orleans to Lafayette, Louisiana. I made my way into like the programming department a little bit more. I was the night jock, but I was also the assistant program director and the music director. So I was starting to have conversations and meetings with a lot of the record label people who would come through, and I started to become friends with them. And one of my close buddies, he put a word in with another friend of his who was programming a radio station in Columbus, Ohio. They're looking for a new guy to come up here to Columbus. And all this, again, going back to Representation Matters, these are all like top 40 radio stations.
Yep.
Like I never worked for like a hip hop station or an urban radio station. So I think it was just, I was making my mark as not only a good presenter, but also I was a young black man in this industry that was like, yo, this dude is it.
Yep.
Networking,
Doing all that. But also I understood that what my status was to be. I don't want to see that. I want to say that, you know what I'm saying, that affirmative action hire, that, what is it, the DEI, whatever
Yeah.
it is. You know,
What
I
we
don't,
see nowadays.
Huh? Exactly. But I knew, I was like, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let them take advantage of me as much as I want to take advantage of this situation. And I want to be that really good DJ or on-air presenter, but also I'm a young black man who can relate to a target audience within your demographic that is very important, you know? So anyway, I went from there to Columbus, Ohio to Philadelphia to New York. So I've been around, like, we
around the
joke
block.
about this. Been around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, black don't crack. I'm a lot older than I look. You know what I mean?
It sure don't.
Yeah. So there it is. So sorry to be long-winded,
No,
but I
no,
try
no,
to
you're
keep it as,
fine.
yeah, there you go. I know I'm fine. Don't trip.
So
All right,
basically, for
see?
those of you that are wondering, if you are in radio and you're trying to make your way up, it's going to be a journey no matter what. There is
Yes.
no, especially nowadays, there's really no certain path. There's really no certain key to a door. It's really about like networking, who you know, your
Yes.
talent. Nowadays, it's really more about who you know, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the talent kind of gets skipped over.
It's
you see that often.
You're 100% right. And one of the big things, I want to say maybe my biggest, gosh, man, like hook was when I made my career jump from Ohio to Philadelphia. At the time, it was when internet and you know social media was really starting to kind of bubble a little bit. I had took it upon myself to create a website and to have, instead of just giving that program director an air check, CD, tape, whatever, like most other people were doing, I had a website. And I had sent that to the programmer at the time. He was like, yo, he told me this after he hired me. He said, I bet you didn't know this. Because at the time, he was preparing like a syndicated show that was like a globally syndicated show. So shout out to my homie Romeo, who put Saturday Night Online Live and Most Requested Live. He's building a show in Philadelphia. And he's like, as I was looking for somebody to come in and be a part of this radio station in Philly, I had a lot of people send me a bunch of shit, but you were like the only dude who sent me like a website and had like song parody videos, and you had clips of stuff that you were doing in the studio, all this multimedia type of
Is
stuff.
that hard to make back then?
Damn, I'm not that old,
No,
nigga. Like,
I'm
shit,
just
acting
saying,
like I'm
not
counting
like
with
that.
the abacus.
I'm just saying, like, it's hard now. But it was pretty, you know, it was a little difficult.
I mean, it was.
It took a little more steps.
It took a little more
but it
steps.
was doable.
But it was doable,
Yeah.
exactly, and it was and that. But the thing is that you have to put in that type of effort, in order to you know show yourself amongst this crazy, oversaturated audience and crowd. Yeah. So
gotta
that's what I
stand
did
out.
at that time. Now I don't know what that thing is, but whoever's listening, like, do your due diligence and be that person that sticks out however you see fit in this crazy world, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to send in tapes and CDs.
Yep.
There aren't going to be very many people who are going to put together a website. You know what I mean? So that's you know what I mean? That's kind of like what
Absolutely.
that's kinda what the
That's a
theme
great
is.
idea. I mean, I do have one, but I need to update it. I'm inspired.
But see, again, it might not be a website, but it might be like making sure that your social media is on point, or making sure that whatever your niche is, or whatever it is that you really think separates you, lean into that a little bit. I'm finding it hard, now to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, because just everything is moving so fast. So it's like you just got to find your thing and just put your effort into it, but most importantly, don't lose sight of who you are, because again,
Right.
at the end of the day, I knew I was a young black man who, loved pop music and loved pop culture stuff. And that was going to be an asset to whatever radio station, because it's a lot of white folks that are doing exactly what it is that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of black folks doing it. And that's why I stand out, because not only am I a brother, but I'm a very qualified, educated, overqualified at some points in times brother. And that is valuable. And I understand what that value is. So it's like, how can I do this for my people?
It's like we have to be like 10 times better.
We do.
Yeah.
What did Papa Pope say? You got to be how many times better? You don't remember that episode?
From Scandal?
From Scandal. I always think of that whenever I'm in a
Yeah.
situation and I'm like, why do I keep getting overlooked? I feel like an underdog. Like when I was going for this promotion at work, and I'm just like, you know what? Papa Pope said it. I got to be 3 times better than these
Papa Pope
other people. I won't put a label on the other people, but I got to be better.
Yeah.
And you really do. It's unfortunate,
You
but
really do.
it sharpens you in the end.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
then you're just you're at
You're
this
just-
level, and people are like, damn, but what is she?
Because you've been constantly working
Yep.
at that higher level than everybody else. And that's where I
Absolutely.
think that I am.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to make this, shift over to what I'm doing at KTU now, is because I was the most qualified person. Black, brown, blue, green, white, purple, whatever. And I
Yeah.
made it, and I make it my business to be that dude that if you overlook me, that next person better be way better than I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I can guarantee you I'm going to put in that work so that person isn't way better than I am. And you have no other choice. And if you make that choice to go with somebody else over me, you going to fuck around and find out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a Sag.
I was just about to say, what is that energy that I'm
It is.
feeling?
Yeah,
It's a
it's like-
fire sign energy. I love us. I love
right.
us. Okay, I
All
won't,
right,
I won't
there
do
you
too
go.
much.
No, I mean, it is
I won't
what
do
it
too
is.
much.
I mean, this will be Capricorn season when this comes out. So
Oh.
no, we're doing better this year.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Eli. I'm sorry.
He's doing better this year.
Chelsea,
He gonna kill me.
Yeah. We're doing better. We're not like we usually bash signs here, but we're doing
We're
better.
doing better.
We're doing better.
We've moved through the things we've been through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question of the night. What are you doing this year that you haven't done last year, or your New Year's goals?
Ooh, man. You know what? I'm really feeling like I want to dive into my personal brand a lot more this year. Really, because and that goes to a lot of just what my growth has been, and my career change a little bit. It's just being tied to, I don't say being tied to, but being a part of a brand that was as massive as Z100. It was very hard for me to stand out as an individual. And not only that, I was a part of a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of the success that I had in my career for the first 21 years, it was a solo thing. And all of a sudden, for like 3.5 years or whatever, it wasn't. So I put a lot of my personal, what I wanted to do for me, aside for the sake of, what I was feeling at that time was the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So now that that's done, it's time for me to really be in my bag and to do the things that, excuse me, that I know and I believe are strengths of mine and can help me grow, personally within the industry or, other industries that and other challenges that I want to try to accomplish and be good at. So that's I think where a lot of my energy is. That's what I want to do this year that I didn't get the chance to do last year.
Got you. Is there any of those goals? It's a little hard to speak on certain goals in this industry, I
Yeah.
know, but is there anything that you are able to share about like what you're working on or just looking towards?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like I'm working on doing some stuff with the Globetrotters, which is fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, towards the end of 2024, I was able to do some live event hosting with the Harlem Globetrotters. And when you think the Harlem Globetrotters,
That's a big deal.
This is a big deal. It's a big deal. So I'm wanting to do some more things with them as we try to create some other opportunities through podcasts, through some in-game hosting opportunities, some global things that the Globetrotters are doing. So I'm working on trying to do that. I got one little thing that I'm going to keep in my back pocket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I'm really excited. Shout out to one of my good friends who's a high school teacher at Union High School. He's helping me on a really dope project. But yeah, so one of the things I'm trying to keep really close to the vest. But let me see, what other projects am I trying to work on? I really want to put my heart, my energy into the thing with the Globetrotters. Like I really am excited about that. I don't know what else is going to come with my new role at KTU. I'm just looking to be my best version for that audience, for that radio station. If that means that we could help bring back KT Euphoria, which was like a big summer concert. I know There's some people who really would love to see that happen again. I don't know. I'm open to any and all opportunities besides porn. Like, damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn it! Just when I was gonna ask when the OnlyFans was starting. It's okay.
Shout out to OnlyFans people. We've had a lot.
Yeah.
What about old girl that earned like $43 million?
Yes, that's freaking
That's
impressive.
real. She's
Without
really-
no, she really did.
Yeah,
she does.
without,
She doesn't take off her clothes.
Nah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's that privilege.
That
we don't
is.
get me started.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get me started.
What are your New Year's goals?
I don't have any yet. I'm not really big on that. I feel like every day is a chance to be better, to do something new, to change something, to not change something, whatever. Like, New Year's is literally a human-made concept, and I'm really not into waiting until a specific time to do a certain thing. I think that should be every day, every month, every week. Like, always go for it. Yeah. So it changes. It depends on the week. Yeah.
I'm on you bitches next this year. I feel like I've been very keeping it cute. But I feel like I was played with last year. I have a lot to say.
Come on, give them ether.
I'm not. I'm gonna be classy with it, but yeah, I'm on you bitches next. I feel like I was disrespected last year by some of my peers, and enough is enough. And the fact that you even think that you can approach me is crazy. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep it cute this year. So yeah. I was just being. I was just playing. I mean, half of that was playing though, but those that.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah.
You're gonna definitely kill them with your success.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of that, we have an announcement at the end. I'll say that for the end.
Okay.
We'll say that for the end. No, it's not something bad. Something bad.
Okay.
Well, we have a game.
Okay. All right.
So it's called, this or that, because we played that last time.
We played that last time.
And you know what you picked. So
I need to hear these.
so we're gonna start with Beyonce or Taylor Swift.
Oh, I mean Beyonce.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
The interview was about to end.
No, I
Okay.
will. I mean, all due respect, Taylor did have a massive. Her Eras tour, all that. I lived in that world. I understand what it was, but there is just so much that Beyonce has done. That is just like it's ridiculous. I mean, it's Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like here's the way I look at it, and I had this conversation with my mom actually. I was like, it's a lot of people who could name their children Taylor. It's a lot of people, boys and girls. But if there is not, I don't know if there's any other person on the planet whose name is Beyonce besides Beyonce.
And if it is,
Well, there's a lot. There's quite a few animals named Beyonce too.
Really?
Yeah, I work in the animal industry. And
well, I mean, but
a
like a parent, if a parent names their daughter or their son or daughter, whatever, Beyonce, you are clearly naming your child after Beyonce.
That's true. That's true.
You can name your child Taylor after whatever reason it is. So if you have that type of an impact where that for the rest of everdom, that the next person that if somebody shows up in a classroom in kindergarten and they say, Beyonce Thomas, that
black
parent
family.
It's a black family. First off,
yeah.
you know that. You know what I'm saying? But that family named that child after Beyonce. That's why it's Beyonce instead of Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Billboard there was a lot.
I wanted to talk about that, but I don't. He is on a major station. I don't want to be a shady.
I mean, I'll talk about it. I think that it was bad that a lot of people decided to speak up and spew hatred or disgust based off of a decision that was made. And I'd be the first person to say, and I'm sure Taylor would be before me to say, like, listen, Beyonce is Beyonce. For the, you know what I mean? It's like Taylor's done some really good stuff. So for fans to kind of generate and drum up that type of animosity and be so blinded, I think that has a lot to do with their own, vacuum or bubble that they live in, to not really fully understand what Beyonce's, done for the globe or for the culture or for, the music industry. That's it. So I think that was foolish that people were, bringing up that kind of madness. Yeah.
Okay.
Beyonce deserved to be number one.
Right.
Period. Yes. Yeah.
California or New York? I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
California.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's home. It's home. Yeah, and it's sunny.
Chelsea.
Yeah, snow. Yeah, we don't have that in California back home.
The food is so good.
The food is, yes, dude. Mexican food down south from San Diego. You're right there next to Mexico. That's what's up. In the Bay, you got you got the Filipino food. You got, California.
I've never been. Actually, when this airs, I should be in California. For my
Yeah.
birthday.
Oh,
you
that's
should
true.
be.
Yeah,
You're gonna
so-
love it.
so-
You're gonna love
Yeah,
it.
you finna fall in love for real. Get you a California burrito.
Ooh.
You know, California burrito. It's like a carne asada burrito, which is the carne asada. You know,
Uh-huh.
the meat. Beans, cheese. You know, if you like guacamole, whatever. But what makes a California burrito is they put French fries in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a lot of people think like French fries, but think
It's
about
so
steak and potatoes.
good.
Never
It's
heard of
so
that.
cracking.
Wow.
California burrito. I promise it'll change your life.
Okay.
Got you.
Now I wanna-
KTU or Z100?
Damn, dog. Wow.
That wasn't me who wrote that, by the way.
Yeah, you get messy, dude.
I mean,
Nah, you know what? I'll keep it real. I mean, this is honesty. It's Z100 right now. I can't lie, and that's because I was able to step foot on a platform and be all the things that we talked about a little earlier in this conversation. The representation. I understood how important it was for me to be at that radio station and that brand and stand next to the Taylor Swifts of the world, the Shawn Mendes's of the world, the Meghan Trainors, and I'm going down this path of saying all white artists. You know, the David Guettas of the world, the biggest on the planet.
yeah.
And to be a black person standing next to those people, it opened a lot of people's eyes and hearts to, I can do it as well. And that was important.
Yeah.
I did that intentionally. Like, you know, the one thing that I do miss about not being on that station is, you know, not being a part of the jingle balls. You know, I don't get to do that stuff anymore. And I personally feel, you know, that there is more in front of me than there is behind me, but also I think that it's gonna hurt
Yeah.
to some degree because now there is nobody like me standing on that MSG stage next to Shawn Mendes, you know, as a black man for another young black child or person of color to see themselves in. That's me. That's just how I feel in my heart, and I'm like, damn, dude. I wish that there was somebody who could, you know, so any black folks that's trying to step into that role, man, do your part and understand that it's a lot bigger than us and how important it is to be that person. So that's why I say Z100 because it was super important for me. I mean,
Absolutely. That
that's-
was like a
yeah.
different. Do you feel like that was really your rocket launch?
yeah, it very much was because I mean there were times when I bring this up last time when I was in Italy and the girl and Tate McRae. Did I tell you that story?
No.
So, all right, yeah, so this is wild. So this is a couple of years back. If you know the name Tate McRae, big pop star now, sold out tour. Tate is taking off, rocket launch. She might be like this generation's Britney. I'll put it like that. I was in Italy on vacation. This is maybe like three or 4 years ago at Tate McRae's like early parts of her career. I'm eating lunch with my friend, and there's a girl and her mom sitting in the corner of the restaurant. Just probably about as far as you are, Lamark, from me. And she's sitting there with her mom. This girl must have been, 19, 20 years old or something like that. And she's like looking at me. And I'm like, why is this girl like looking at me? Whatever. And then she's like, excuse me, are you? And she asked me, says, your name like Maxwell? And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I'm in Italy. Like, we are in Sorrento. Like, we are on the other side of this planet.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a second, right? So we start kind of chuckling. And me and my homegirl who I'm there with, we're like, what is this? She said, well, I know it sounds kind of weird, but, she introduces herself. And she says, you know what I mean? You're like from New York or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, like this is really, really, really weird. I'm on vacation. I'm out here just relaxing. And she says, well, here's the thing is that, I'm from Toronto and like I'm a big Tate McRae fan. And I've seen your interviews with Tate McRae on the internet, like on YouTube and stuff like that, because we have iHeartRadio in Toronto and I've heard your interviews and I've seen your interviews on YouTube and I'm like, that's you. And I was like looking at you and I was like, oh my God, this is really weird. I go over to the table, talk to her and her mom. She's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I actually am, here's my name or whatever. It's like, it's really funny because when I was younger, 5-6 years old, she was telling me that she was in the same like dance classes as Tate McRae because she grew up as like a a dance kid. She was on the show Dance Moms and all that stuff. So this girl was like, yeah, like I see your interviews with her and like this is crazy because like you had conducted one of my favorite interviews that I've ever seen anybody with Tate McRae. And I'm just thinking to myself like, wow. And that's those moments like that. I know it's bigger than me. So, although I'm having this conversation with a young white girl, imagine what that impact is like for a young black person.
Right.
I'm like, we're having this conversation way in fucking Italy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A person, I've seen my interviews translated in different languages. You know what I mean? And it's just that important that there's somebody like me that is connecting with these global pop stars that look like everybody else because the person talking to them doesn't have to look like everybody else in order to connect, and that's a special thing. So so that was my take. McCrae is crazy shit.
That is so dope.
Yeah, no, I mean Maxwell's fire. You ran so I could walk. How does that go?
No, literally, he just don't know.
Yeah.
Is
it run first or walk?
Yeah, it's run first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that up. All right. What's the next one? Chelsea.
Damn, Chelsea said, "Oh
No, Camila or Normani? Because before you picked Camila, before I was bullied.
This is still a very tough one for me.
That is crazy.
It's still. I mean, man, why can't
and
it
you,
be?
and you chill with them both this year.
I have. I can't choose, man.
All right.
I mean,
For the sake of KTU.
Of peace.
Of
for the
peace,
sake of peace.
Yeah.
You know,
We won't
it's a new
do
year.
this.
man. See, I mean, I'll tell you, the reason why I'm still really I like Camila is because I've built a friendship, a connection with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I literally have had the last interview that we had together was me and my former co-host in that radio station. And when she left the studio, she made a beeline to my former program director, my old boss, and was like, anything that Maxwell, like, he's family to me. Like, anything that he needs, like, I'm here for that dude.
But you
You
also
know,
like Youth Fifth Harmony days. Like you've been,
for sure. I mean, I literally was the first person that had ever talked to these girls.
Yeah.
You know, but for her to say that, like, it's like, that's a sister to me. Same goes for Normani. At Angie's Barbecue, I was sitting there, we was talking about cooking food in New Orleans and family that, you know, lives right around the corner from each other, you know what I mean? And the moment that we were able to go and have that conversation, that I was able to introduce her to you, you saw how open arms, you know, it had that been any other random ass person trying to bring another friend up to me, she'd have been like, oh, what's up, man? She was like, hey, what's up, Lamar? Yeah, so it's like, I can't, it's equal. You're not gonna get me to pick a side.
Okay, this is fair.
Yeah.
This is fair.
I think we did better because before, you know.
I'm sorry, Camila fans.
Yeah.
I was talking hella shit.
But I mean, you're talking about Camila. Yeah, the fans. That stuff. Like, keep that noise to yours. That's stupid. Don't go and put your negative energy towards somebody else for whatever concocted feeling, emotion that you have. That's just dumb, dude. And vice versa, man. Like, nah, man. I think it's room for everybody to eat. That's how I feel.
I have a confession.
Shit.
So, why is Camila on, like, she's like number 4 on, like, my artists, like, for the rap stuff? Yeah.
The fuck?
I'm shocked.
I like the album.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I like the album.
Hell no.
See?
But it was not, my beef was never with her, it was her fans and her people.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say that it was more so her fans.
Yeah, it was her fans.
Because they're a little mean.
They're a little. That's
They're
yeah.
very fucking mean.
Well, and they
racist.
were really mean to Lamar.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
cool.
So
That's
it's
not
like-
cool. So that's why I say I can't put the energy on a person.
Yeah.
I can't say Camila. If you were gonna say Cammy Lizers or you know what I'm saying,
The Nation.
or the nation. It's the nation all day,
Yeah.
all day. Because you know what I mean. I just think that the way that a lot of the Camila's fans, you know, banded together and just really, you know, leaned in on this negative energy towards a person. That's just, there's no room for that.
Yeah.
That's intolerable to me.
Yep.
All right, last one is Coke or Molly.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So I haven't done either.
Right. But have you seen?
Blessing.
Yeah. Have I seen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen some.
Who have you seen the biggest crash out though?
Wow.
I really hope he tells us for
on
real.
either Coke or Molly.
Both.
Like, I don't like nobody famous.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nobody famous. I've seen Coke in the presence of famous people.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've seen it at shows, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen some people, you know, in bathrooms and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but even Chelsea, remember at the place we saw it at our old job.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Nah, damn. I know some old head radio people who have some deviated septums because of the enormous amount.
Speaking of that, and this is no shade to Wendy, I am so upset what happened. Like that's no. I love Wendy. This is it. Just brought no. Y'all making this bad. Wendy,
we love you.
Yeah, we love you. Like we love Wendy. And we-
None of us would be in this field
yeah,
without
like,
you, Wendy.
That's very
okay.
But
Messy
very true.
queen.
damn.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, there's mixed rumors going on about what's going on with her. I know if you saw the Lifetime documentary, that was very heartbreaking, especially those of us who still supported and really appreciated what Wendy was giving. And I think it's now that we're without her and there's so much going on. Like 2024 has been the year of reckoning.
Yes.
And going into 2025, who knows what else is going to happen. But it would be really nice to hear her commentary on so many things. Like the Diddy situation. I won't get into anything else, but that's a hitter.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine Wendy reporting?
She knew.
She knew.
Yeah,
She did. And
she was definitely present for some of them things. She probably had been to a Diddy party or two.
Yeah, and she said how he tried to ruin her career. Yeah. And then now full circle that we see like, wow, that was really true. Like he was out here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. Everybody's like helping on the gay stuff. But like the drugs, the sex trafficking, the abuse, they seem to not really care as much. But the gay stuff,
that's
really
great. Yeah, it's like
crazy.
they're forgetting that we saw that video of what he did to Cassie.
Right.
That was enough for me, and I'm really glad that the judge is not allowing him to have bail.
Wasn't it a thing? I don't know if y'all were seeing this, that he was trying to request for a laptop in jail so he could do better.
He was requesting a lot of things.
A laptop? Like, come on, dog. Come on, bro. There is not a Lenovo.
Yep. He was witness tampering. He was doing all kind of stuff. So
no.
I hate to see it because he was a really big piece of the culture, but you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dawn.
Yes. Oh man, we wanted her to come on the show so bad, and she was supposed
to, but then the lawsuit came out.
Her lawsuit came out, and
Dawn, you're always welcome here to be.
And you're so talented. Your song was my song of the year. Hold On with Kate Trinata. Like,
yeah.
I love her. I love her. I love Keitra too. Shout out to Keitra. Keitra, if you hear this, if you see this, if you like Maxwell, okay, you just let him know.
Come on, Keitra. Yo,
please,
yeah,
Keitra,
that's a show that I need to see.
Yes.
Yeah, to see Keitra live. That shit right there.
You didn't go to the tour?
No, couldn't. Working. I know.
So good.
Yep.
So good.
Yep. So yeah, Coke or Molly, I haven't done either. Not gonna lie. If I was gonna try one, Molly, just because like put me at a show. Let me go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, curl up on someone. Let me live. Let me be in the euphoric. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, that episode of Euphoria when they did Molly, that kind of made me interested.
That kind of made me interested. I haven't been in a safe space with friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't think my girlfriend would love it if I was doing Molly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like, so I'm just like, I think I maybe missed my chance to try.
Right. We also have an audience and we have guests today, and they are cackling. So.
But yeah, I would say if I was going to choose one,
okay, that's fair.
I will tell you this. I'll keep the conversation going, damn it, because I'm having fun. Fuck it. It was a time when a homie tried to get me on some coke. And that was a very disturbing situation in my life. I haven't talked about this, I don't think, to anybody outside of my inner circle.
Ooh, give us
another trip when I was in Italy with a friend who I thought was a friend. He was, and everybody wants to do, you want to do your thing, you want to do your thing. I'm not tripping. But in this particular visit, I didn't know about this person's sexual preference. Because he was very closeted.
Oh, he was setting you up.
He was trying to set me up. And some other friends, and I had talked to some other friends later on now, and they were just like, yo, whatever, why did homeboy, he's tripping, he does some crazy shit to me too. We were in Italy on a trip, and we went out, and I don't know how he got a hold of Blow in Italy, because I'm like, yo, that's some next level, like, how you, either, if you brought it with you on the trip, and we were traveling together,
he must have been on the back page. Yeah,
he was on something, right? And this we're going back like 6-7 years on this trip. And I remember we were out, went to the clubs, we were hanging out, did our dinner, did whatever, but we get back to the Airbnb, and it was me, him, and my other buddy that were splitting this Airbnb, 3-bedroom spot. We had a beautiful place in Milan. If you get the chance to go to Milan, dude, do it. Just saying. We'll take a trip together. Let's put that together. Yeah, let's get to Italy at some point in time. But we got back from the club, and he was like, hey, come to the room, Max, come to the room. He was like in another room. We were sitting watching TV. It's 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And he had some lines on the bathroom table. He was like, oh, go for it, man. He's like, yo, let's go. You really want to party? I'm going to show you really how to party. And I'm like,
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. I was like, nah, man, I was drunk. But this really sobered me up within this moment. And I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, I don't fuck with that shit, dude. That's not my thing. Dude. He's like, man, I could really show you exactly what's going down, man. He's like, I got people that can come over, and and he just started going off on some stuff, and he kept on like, so I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't want to do this. I was like, I'm just about to go to bed. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning this time. I'll go to the bedroom. Pop, knocking on the door. Hey, yo, just kept on waking me up. So I just kept on. At this moment, I'm like, I just got to pretend like I'm just like hella wasted.
Yeah.
Like, so like every 15, 20 minutes, I was like, basically it was like an episode of Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
when they running through the doors where he's
Yeah.
chasing after me, trying to get me to, and I'm just like, bro, man, like had it been maybe a different scenario or we've been at the club and it might've been something, maybe you could have talked me into doing a lot at the club. But now you're trying to come on some predator type, energy. And I was like, I am not going down this rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? Because Lord knows what it is that you have in your mind that you're trying to, so that's probably why I would not, because that moment sticks out in my mind like very, very, very vividly. And I remember bouncing around the house, going from like couch to, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm wasted, dude. He come and tapping me, grabbing my leg. I'm like, bro.
Grabbing your leg.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was very, you know what I'm saying? It was very, so yeah. There you go.
Any names? No.
No, we won't even give him the satisfaction.
Yeah.
And I hope, sir, that you watch this interview and you feel stupid as fuck when you watch this with your horny ass.
Some people
Go find something to do. Sick of these niggas.
Your fucking ass up and work.
oh my God.
Lamark's Corner, because we're like running low on time.
Yeah, my bad.
No,
This
you're
is
fine.
so good.
Lamark's Corner, where I answer all the questions you guys send me, advice, shade, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Lamark's Corner. I don't know why I'm doing that with the mic. Does sex have to last longer than 20 minutes for it to be good?
Yeah,
No.
that's
That's why you have rounds.
Yeah. No.
Take some rounds. Maybe take a nap.
Yeah.
Eat a snack.
Yeah.
A snack?
Hydrate.
I don't know if that works for my lifestyle.
Really?
Snack.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what, audience? My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I was
'cause-
thinking one way.
Yeah.
Don't eat a snack. Hydrate. Hydrate.
There you go. Electrolytes.
Yeah. Next question. What's some advice you wish someone would have given you when you first started out in entertainment?
Man. Well, gosh, man, that there's gonna be a lot of haters.
A lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there were that many people that
And they come disguised.
They come disguised.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. I wish somebody would have told me there would have been the enormous amount of haters. Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
been nasty.
Yeah, thicken up your skin.
Yeah,
you
there
have
you
to.
So I just started dating this new guy for like 2 weeks, and we haven't been sexual yet, but I hung out with him and his best friend last night. I like the friend more. We seem to just vibe better. Should I talk to the friend or just let it be?
Oh, I hate when that happens. You ever meet somebody, then you like, damn it, I wish I met your friend first. I will be honest and say
I've never
that.
done that. I've never had
Yeah,
that.
that's happened to me a couple times.
I like your advice with that. You have to be like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
Jake
be
the friend?
Well, no. I think you got to maneuver your way out of that because you already know you're not feeling this person.
Right.
Don't waste their time or yours.
But then do you date the friend though after because you want the friend?
Go with the vibe.
Just go with the vibe. Yeah, just go with the vibe. And if it happens, it happens. But if you already are having that doubt about the one person, then you clearly know that that's not
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like if something does progress with the other person, cool. If it doesn't, that's cool too. Because you know if you were going down that path with the other person, it just wasn't going to be a thing anyway.
You might need to have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
It happens.
Just a little shitty. Good luck. Next, when starting a new job, what's a good time to start exchanging social media?
Never.
Yeah, who you exchanging social media with? The coworkers?
I guess, or your coworkers, I guess. Yeah.
No. I think it's rare, and I think we can all attest to this, where you find like a coworker that genuinely ends up becoming like you
a
said,
friend.
family.
Yeah.
Friends and family.
I think it depends though, because in entertainment,
Yeah.
I have to like kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Well, true.
If you're using it as instead of taking my number, take my IG. You know what I mean? Something like that, then go with it. That's all right. But I mean, if you're really genuinely interested in trying to formulate a friendship with that other person, like wait until you really feel like this is somebody that you want to fuck with. You know what I mean? Be your homie to be. You know what I mean? Like I didn't reply to your DM.
Nasty.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
I say focus on your job first because that's also going to show you who really fucks with you at your job. Because over time, you're going to learn like, oh, this person don't really, or this person might
You're not
really
here
have
for
your
this.
best interest. So just wait and wait it out, feel it out.
Yeah,
what I say.
It's crazy because people that you follow and they don't follow you back, and it's just like whoa.
Yeah. And then I just click unfollow.
Just click on follow.
And take my likes back because you have me fucked up.
Oh, you take your lights back?
Absolutely, I take my likes back.
Lamar.
Why am you keeping my likes?
Because you meant it in that moment.
I did not. I was just being nice.
You just being
So-
whoa.
We're not talking about me. So Maxwell, your love life. What's
Okay.
happening.
Oh.
All right. So I've been dating Ashley, my girlfriend. I don't think you met Ashley. You haven't, huh?
No,
you haven't.
Well,
so
we talked before.
Yeah. So my girlfriend Ashley, it's a long distance relationship. She lives in New Orleans. Okay. Things are good. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Now the most difficult part is maintaining a long distance relationship. We both have pretty successful careers, which is what's kept our distance a thing for 2 years, a little bit more than 2 years now. A lot of people ask me, what's the next step? For us, this is what works. You know what I mean? She's got a beautiful house that she's just got herself into there. So, that's a little bit scary, you know what I mean, to think that like, dang, she's committed to being there for a while. And I'm here in New York City working at this radio. I can't really move nowhere. So when our lives, intersect physically, like, you know what I mean, for a permanent situation, only time will tell. But right now we're trying to see each other as often as we can, a couple of times a month. It's phone calls and FaceTimes all the time, that kind of thing. So it works for us now. We both are. She's Gemini. I think we talked about that a bunch. Yeah. Sagittarius, Gemini. So we found ourselves. But I'm also Gemini moon. Is that what my moon sign is?
Oh, yes. Give us your three.
Let me see get my big three. But it works. Like it really works. She has, and she adores her her independent space, just like I adore and love mine. So that our time apart is kind of cool.
So vital.
What is my Sag sun? Yeah, Cancer rising and Gemini moon. Yeah, Cancer is my rising.
Oh, snap!
So that's my love life.
Yeah, because I'm Gemini moon. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
Your one word for the 2025. We're asking every guest this. Like, if you can 2025, you could put one word for it. What would it be?
Damn. That's the word right there.
Damn.
No, I'm just playing.
Kendrick Lamar?
Hey. We don't judge here.
Yeah.
We listen. We do not judge.
We can't play that.
Let me, what would be the one word? I think I really love the way that you started the conversation. It's just like, it's growth. I really want to just continue to grow, to be better, a better version of myself. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be new year. Like you said, new year, new me. Or it's every day I want to do something that makes myself, happier. If better isn't the thing, it's like, if I don't accomplish something that day, but I'm happier than I was the other day, or what I'm doing or I'm choosing to do with my time makes me happy, then that's it. So I just want to just continue to grow, to be a better version of myself each day, and whatever it is, whatever, challenge I put in front of me to try to accomplish. So let's go with growth.
That's so true.
Great. I like that question. I'm glad.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Yeah.
And we move right to the favorite position, which is such a...
Wow.
We should have switched.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ashley. If you want to skip this, I understand. I understand.
Whatever. No, we'll stay with it. We both enjoy her on top.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, we got a cowboy and a cowgirl.
Yeah.
I love a good Western.
Yeah.
Yo. Yay. Okay, we have this new segment called Triple S, and you're supposed to give a show, a shout out, and a song that's on your mind right now. So one show, one song, and a shout out to anybody.
All right, a show that's on my mind right now. You want to know why? And I'm going to explain why this show is on my mind, because I can't find it anymore anywhere. And I understand why, because it was very dastardly what this person did. But it hurts my heart because I've always dealt with the separation of art from artists. The Cosby Show.
Oh. Yeah, you're going to have to buy the DVD.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, because for me as a young black kid growing up in the 80s, the Cosby Show it had a special place in my heart. And I understand why it is unavailable to me at this point in time, because what we found out about this human being. And I respect that, and I don't want to support it, but there are just so many of those episodes that I wish that I could just watch, because it fills my heart. You know what I mean? Baby! When they were doing the singing one. You see what I'm saying? Or the one where, you know what I'm saying? The one where Vanessa, got drunk and they pretended to play the alcohol game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. That was a good one. Or the Gordon Gartrell Halloween costume when, you know what I'm saying? When she tried to make the T-shirt for Theo. So there you go. So show, Cosby Show, and that's the reason why. Song, is that what you said? Song right now that I'm really, man, it's so hard to say one particular song. Good Lord. Right now, Squabble Up. That Kendrick
Yeah.
is just, dude.
Okay.
You going to the concert?
I'm trying to get tickets and however I can. Yeah, I need to see him and SZA. That's a tour that I want to. We talked about it a little bit. At first, I was uninterested.
Yeah.
You came into but I'm very interested now. Like
I love it.
I think it's SZA. A part of the reason why I'm even more interested because she is so good live. And what was the last one? Shout out. Who I want to shout out to. I'm gonna keep it all the way, just like, you know what I mean, like my mom, because I know she's probably listening to this and getting way too much information.
Yeah.
But my mom is like, she's my day one, obviously, you know, but she supports. You see her on social media. She does the hashtag. She pops around and does her little comments and stuff like that. So I'm sorry that you're getting all this information, Mom. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll give a shout out to my mom.
Hey, Mama Maxwell.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Okay, right now my song is Because I Love You by Halle Bailey. I love how unhinged she is. I don't like the fact that she wrote it about who she wrote it about, because I feel like
You have not like this kid.
he just tarnishes her
not like
brand.
him.
He's just
Tarnishes
such
her
a
brand.
it just gives
Damn.
opportunists, but I
Yeah.
don't want to say that because
you
that
don't
is
know.
you don't know, and that's their love and their personal thing. But that song and that video, I also love RJ Cycler, who she used in the video. He's like one of my faves, so I love that song. It just makes me feel like I just want to rip my shirt off and just go out into the street and be like, yes, this is why I fucking love you. But anyway, show Jackal on Peacock. That has been a really good vibe. The girl, I forget her name, but she was also in The Woman King, and I loved her performance, so I decided to watch the show, and she's great in this too. So I would say Jackal's my show right now. Then as far as shout-outs, you know what? Shout out to my grandma, because I haven't done a shout-out for her, and that's my girl.
Yeah.
She be holding it down for me. We go through a lot of shit with our family.
Yeah.
And she's
family's
really the pillar now. So,
Okay.
yeah, I love her.
My show probably is Sex Lives of College Girls.
Yo.
Is it good for real?
HBO Max.
It's
I
actually pretty
enjoyed it,
good. Yeah, season
enjoyed
3
it.
jump off. My homegirl Gracie from Lawrence the Band
Oh,
is
wow.
in the
Nice.
show. Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's nice.
she's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Song probably Dawn Richard, Return of the Queen. Even though I'm a king, I feel like that vibe is really what I'm on right now. Everybody just shout out to their parents, like their mom. Not today, but no, not like that.
Hey, Miss TR, we
not,
love
not,
you.
not like
We
that.
love
Not
you.
like that. She's gonna get it, like, because we being real with y'all. This is like our first episode that we're recording for the year, but we recorded like
So
at
many.
least so many for the
Yeah.
season. So it's you're in there. But I want to give a shout out to my friend that's paying for my cruise and my whole situation
yes.
in January. So
Oh yes,
Yeah. So
that's
shout-
appropriate.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
him.
yeah, shout out to
And he's
him.
a fellow Sag, right?
Yeah, he's a fellow.
All right.
What Calvin? Right? Is that his name?
No, it's see why you're trying to be funny.
Don't come on here being messy.
And now I edit this, so we're not gonna. Nah, but shout out to J Dell. Shout out to him.
Yes.
There you
And
go. Damn.
yeah.
Love that.
Anything else? Do you have questions for us, Maxwell?
Man, like, just how fulfilling has this been, watching this pod like continue to be like such a dope entity? Like, how fulfilling has it been? Because I know, I mean, I can speak to you being around the building once in a while, and so we have some conversations where it's like, it's tough around here, but this, like, coming in here and feeling this vibe, it's got to be heartful, right? I mean, how fulfilling is it to see this?
It's
grow?
great doing it. It's
Yeah.
great, like in the moment. It's great. It's just after like promotion and then like
Yeah.
the crappy crap of it. It's just shit. But doing it is great, and I like that feeling. It's just like, but future Lamark is like, fuck, we have to edit, we gotta promote. Like, it's just like, oh my god, and it's just it gets. I'm not saying I do this for numbers because it is what it is, but sometimes it can be disheartening when you get certain things. You think some episodes are gonna pop when other ones don't. It's just like, damn, like I just sat here and I have to edit the audio and the visual and put it together. Like, that's hard.
That's a lot
I don't know if y'all know, but I didn't want to do video.
That's
I'm
a
gonna do a video
transferable
because
skill.
Yeah.
it's hard. It's just fucking hard. So
Okay.
sometimes I think doing this and helping, and these episodes have been really great this season. So you guys are really in for a treat with that. And the announcement. We have a live show in June, so shout out to that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. June 20th at Club Lambda in Brooklyn. It's going to be fire. Chelsea's going to be doing a DJ set. I'm going to do a dance set. We're going to do the show live. And you never know who you'll see on the screen over
Very
there. So
excited.
Shout out to that.
Yeah. And to answer your question as well, Maxwell, I think for me, and Lamark can attest to this, like my weeks are long. I don't have Fridays off like Lamark does. So for me, it's like hustle, hustle, hustle.
Yeah.
By the time I get here, I'm tired. I be feeling disheveled.
Yeah.
And he's just like, just our vibe together. He's just so supportive and vice versa.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, let's do this. And then once the mics turn on, all that fades away.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right.
love the fact that we've got to build this together because Lamark is literally my first real friend. Like, person I would call a real friend in New York. So building this together.
Keep that energy because like, it feels like it. Like I was nervous, you know what I mean? But we done went probably way past. Like you mad? It's like this Negro is talking so much, all this editing I got to do. But it feels very comfortable. So I'm just hoping that you continue on because again, man, the moment that you stop is when somebody else doesn't. And I would hate to see you be away. I don't know if this would be the episode that pops off, but I would hate for you to be like 2 episodes away from something that ends up getting a billion streams for whatever reason. You're just like, but you know what I mean? Because as long as you're feeling that it's with the right intention and you're with the right person.
Sure. Doing this like is great.
Yeah.
It's very fulfilling, but just editing is just a bitch.
Just the after work.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of good episodes this season. We have Body Positivity. We have Honor from Baddies.
We talked to Black entrepreneurs.
Yes. So it's really
we mixed
really
it up.
Cool. We mixed it up. It's
We
not
really
as
mixed it up.
nasty, but it's growth. Like I feel like it's not
That's the word
as
of the
you know.
year.
We still on the streets. We're just with a cover on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
We're not wearing open-toed shoes.
Yeah.
Is that them? Like, but it's us, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
that's the vibe.
No, for real. But
Yeah.
Maxwell, seriously, he's laughing right now, y'all. But I don't think he understands. Like, this is very full circle for both of us. Lamark has a relationship with with Maxwell already. But for me, this was the first radio voice that I heard that I was like, who that?
Right.
Like, who is this? Like, he's super cool. Like, I actually want to tap in. Like, I actually care about what he's saying. Like, I feel like I can do this. So to be interviewing you,
You can. You're welcome. You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
This is
Thank you.
the first of many hangs. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm here for. And I just want to show up and be my best self, so I can hopefully. And I know it sounds cheesy as hell, but I just want to inspire. I just want to be that person that you can see yourself in and be like, yo, I can do this shit too. Like I'm just being myself. You know what I mean?
You're definitely doing.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
You're
All
doing
right.
things, so.
All right.
Thank you again for being here on Lamark After Dark.
Period.
Yeah, period.
Motherfucking Maxwell, it's a wrap.